Yes, sir. Live that. SINY. Rasta Music Records. Raggies. Imänefese Qaduse. Jah Dreddz. Coming through with some good interviews. Live that. SINY. Live that. Staten Island, New York. Yes, I represent for my bridge on the television show. Oh, yeah, you don't know I will. Live that. SINY.
Welcome black, Jah Dreddz, live that SINY.
Yes, sir.
All right, we got Imänefese, Qaduse.
Yes, sir.
Am I getting it right yet?
Imänefese.
Ah, look, man, look.
Imänefese. You can think I manifest, you know, but the I, you know, English, the letter I in
Right.
Ethiopia, that same symbol would be E.
Ah,
You know what I mean? But a lot of people, when they learn in Ethiopian, Amharic, or Ge'ez language, they tend to pronounce the I as I, of course, a lot of times, you know, in any word, you know what I mean? But the I
No, you
really
know
carries
what's
the E
crazy?
sound, you know?
My daughter's name is Imani.
Yeah.
My son's name is Iman.
But you spell with the I or E.
I.
The first letter is
Both
I.
I,
So
yeah.
it's the same thing. Well, there you go, Imänefese.
Right,
Just remember the
Imani.
Imänefese.
And my son's name is King Iman. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Yeah,
Some
man.
of some mighty names, them. It's I, man.
Yes. Yes.
Iman.
Yes. So you know, I'm gonna get it.
Iman. You don't
Yes,
know.
I'm getting closer, y'all.
Yeah,
Drop the
yeah.
Rasta now.
Yeah.
Now I got your real name. So
Well, Rasta is still a label, so keep that in mind. Still.
Yes.
Yeah, but you know.
and the good music, as you can see, we're debuting a brand new theme song. They probably didn't catch it yet,
Yeah.
but it's going to be featured here exclusively. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
We're going to see how far we're going to take that also. But I got the fire. I got the fire here.
Yes,
Fire
sir.
in the house.
Yes, sir. Which camera is it again? This one or this
You
one?
right here right
This
now.
one, right here.
Yes.
The red light. I
Yes,
keep in
yes.
mind the red light. Yes, I. So yeah, Imänefese Qaduse, you know. Of course, the music records, you know how it go. You know.
Right, my brother. So let's continue where we left off because y'all had just such an outstanding performance and you've been playing for a couple of weeks. So whoever didn't know you now, they can't say they don't know you because you got about a month straight of airplay. You know what I'm saying? Which is a good look. I like when my good shows play like that. And the tunes was catchy. I watch it on YouTube. I watch it on when the show's playing. I watch the channel. I watch my shows. I make sure my show's coming on. I make sure the quality is there. Everything. Now let's just jump straight off the back with this theme song that you promised, delivered. How hard was it to put that together?
It wasn't really hard. It was just the fact we had to switch artists, though, you know.
Right.
We had another artist. Big up Black Apache, big up Raggies, same way. Black Apache, Raggies, follow us sound, big up Rasta Music Records. We just had to switch artists, just certain situations going on, you know.
Right,
And
right.
the time, you know, it's like executive decision, call it that.
Hey,
Yeah,
good
it's just about
decision.
the timing, you know.
Right,
That's
good
it, really.
decision. You know what I'm saying?
Because I
They don't
didn't want to
beat that.
delay,
Oh,
you
damn,
know.
how many masks I got on? But it was, I mean, when you send it to me and I listen to it, and then I listen to the other version that you told me wasn't a version, you know
That's
what I'm
the
saying?
program performance track.
Wow.
It sounds good because I listened to all of that too. It sounds like a whole other version. I get what you're
Yes,
saying, but it's really the
yes.
performance track. But the mix, it got the ad libs in it. They got the vocals of the chorus in it, plus certain other parts in throughout the track. So it's a nice mix. But it's really the performance track. Because if you really listen good, there's no verses on it. You know what I mean?
Hey,
so when we
it
would
was so
perform it live, you
smooth.
know.
I heard verses in my head. You know what's funny? Everybody that include me in a song because my name is Jah Mar is either the star or I'm in the car or it's by far. You know what I'm saying? It's never nothing like they put my element into it, and I felt my element was in that song. The interviewing and even the show's name, you know what I'm saying? I
definitely.
feel that y'all held it down. I really
Definitely,
appreciate it.
and that's just the audio. We still gonna do the video, you know.
Yeah,
and you remember, I wanted spring, so spring is here. So I didn't want to do no video. The video we did last week for this past week was just, cause you know this past weekend was the first weekend of spring,
Right.
and that's when we started filming video for the song
the other song though, because you have the theme song, but then for Cross the Music Records, Geese, as I said, Geese Project is the thing we're focusing
Right.
on. So we had performed. It's actually a video for the last song that we performed last time. A song called "Move the Right Way," produced by Follower Sound.
Oh, yeah. Performed it here.
Yeah. That was the very last song we performed. So that's what the video actually is for. But the video is really a movie. I say movie just like the last time I say movie. It's not really a movie, but it's a movie.
It's serious.
Like they used to them say movie. So it's not. We're not trying to do music videos just singing in front of a camera. You know what I mean? We're trying to make it more entertaining. Like you tell me, I was inspired by Michael Jackson back in the days with Thriller. You know, when you figure it's a music video, sometimes it's like a movie you're watching. So I want the element in my video.
Black and white.
Yeah.
Man in the mirror.
Remember the time?
Right. The one when they switch the faces. Which one is that one?
Black
it's
and
black.
white.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. All of his movies have, movies.
That's
but
the
all
thing.
His
It come
videos
off like a movie.
have, so even the one, and he's okay, when they do all of that leaning, and lean all the way to the front, you know what I'm saying? And he was dressed like a smooth criminal.
He was the first person I see do things like that in the video.
He's one of the first.
Because I remember that video too, when there's leaning like that, man. No, you got my mind going
those
way
shoes.
black.
He trademarked those shoes. He patented them.
Yeah.
Those shoes right there. He owns the patent to them.
Yeah, you know, big up Michael Jackson. Despite whatever, he's a legend. He's ours. He's one of us.
I don't know, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Because to me personally, it just always seemed like they want our money. Okay, we find broke, but as soon as you get some money, okay, then they on you. We're not supposed to have no money.
Well,
it's like the Django, okay, with Samuel Jackson. You seen the Django?
Yeah.
All right. You seen when Jamie Foxx went in the house and Samuel Jackson, what are you doing going in there? I'm the only one that's supposed to go in there. And it's that same type of mentality now because I watch Kyle Rittenhouse shoot and kill people. I watched this recent episode in, what is that, Colorado? They shot up the whole thing. Okay? How do these people even be still alive after committing crimes like that? But then you have a Bill Cosby who didn't kill nobody, okay? And he's behind bars, under the jail, can't see, glaucoma, 89 years old, 90 years old, okay? He's under the jail. But then these same people can go out there and kill people, raise money on GoFundMe, and then they're walking around free like they didn't kill nobody. Okay?
Injustice, you know, major injustice, continuation of the injustice, you know, against our people.
But it's in people's face. It bothers me so much because people see this stuff going on and they act like, oh, whatever, okay? And then it gets worse and worse and worse and worse.
You see, that's why I move into Ghana.
Hey.
I move into Ghana, West Africa. I say, look into Ghana, people. Don't believe the hype about Africa. You can look into other places, but I say personally, I like how Ghana look. You know what I mean? So look into Ghana or wherever else, you know, but I say Ghana, you know?
I mean, but what really made you set to go there? I ain't gonna say settle on there, but what made you set to go there?
Ghana is very welcoming. Ghana is very welcoming to repatriates of the diaspora, you know, people, you know, our people that's scattered in the Western Hemisphere.
Because they don't use that word no more that you just said.
Diaspora, you know. The people, them that's descendants of slaves, you know, basically, quote-unquote, black people, you know.
Right, or diaspora, or, you know, they might not understand how you pronounce them.
Yeah, diaspora.
There's a lot of movies that holds that in the title, and looking up the word.
Diaspora. You know, diaspora. But many people would also know too if they're interested. Many people don't know, and many people do know.
Like Black Panther time, that was like a part of the vocabulary. You know what I'm saying? Now, no. Like they don't know chores. They don't know simple stuff. So
well, descendants of black people, the descendants of so-called slaves. Black people of the diaspora. Black people diaspora meaning the people that scattered. Because you remember, if you look at it now, you have Africans and then you have the descendants of Africans who still are African, if you want to use that term, right? So diaspora meaning the people that's descendants of those that were taken into captivity and made slaves. At the same time, you do have those that were already here that was made slaves. That's why the story is very complex. But for us keep it simple, diaspora is referring to us descendants of the ancient black people. We'll keep it like that, simple. Because you did have black people that was over here already, and a lot of them was put into slavery same way. So it's more than what we've been taught, but not to go into all of that right now, just to say that West Africa, the reason why I really choose in Ghana is because they're very welcoming to repatriates, you know? Like they had, for the past few years, they've been running the program of, they call it, what they call it? They call it, some, I don't remember it right now, but it's something. It's a slogan that they've been running for the past few years. Every year, year of return. That's what I wanted to say. They call it the year of the return. Because also, Gorée Island is in West Africa. Specifically, I think it's Ghana, same way. You know, when you say West Africa, people get into your, geography and such like that. You have a lot of time on your hand to do a lot of things. Research stuff. It shouldn't be everything that's brand new that you're seeing right now. You know what I mean? So get familiar with the map, you know? Ghana, West Africa. So I'm saying Gorée Island, I believe is in Ghana specifically, but definitely West Africa. And that's where a lot of people was taken into the Western Hemisphere through slavery, Mid-Atlantic slave trade specifically. That was the last thing they saw. It was basically a place to send slaves from. That was the port, basically. Or the last place they seen when they left Africa was a place called Gorée Island. In West Africa, I believe is Ghana, same way, you know? But like I said, the attractive thing about Ghana for me, economic-wise, because I'm going there for not just because, I just want to go there and just live there. It's economic reason, which ties into the reasons why I say my businesses I have not registered yet. I'm looking to register them in Ghana. You know what I mean? Because Ghana is very welcoming to people that's coming with that kind of meditation, to not just come and just settle, but to come with business, to contribute to the economy. And like I said, they're very welcoming and are very much quick to assist you. It's not like, you know what I mean? It's like you're going through some hassle just to get. They're very welcoming. That's the whole thing about Ghana. I'm not saying nowhere else is not welcoming, but based on things that I know personally from certain people and from certain research, I know people personally that repatriated and even come back and tell the story and go back again. I know people that's there right now that used to be over here. And then to my own personal research, hence why I say Ghana, you know? So soon you're going to see Rasta Music Records in Ghana. Fire with Ita Rasta Electric by Chef Qaduse in Ghana. Qaduse's Juices in Ghana, you know? So Ghana's going to be home soon. Ghana will soon reach Ghana.
Because I got two questions for you.
Yeah.
Is that where Akon is setting up?
No.
All of this?
Because I know what you're talking about. Not to cut you though, but because he was in my mind a while ago, so it's interesting. He said that in terms of the whole thing about going to Africa and start up your business and such. Because he's been talking that same stuff, but he's not in Ghana though. He's in
stuff.
Yeah, he's actually starting his own city named Akon City. I'm not sure exactly where that's at, but I know his family is from Senegal, but I'm not sure exactly where Akon City is really going to be located or is located at, because I believe it's already in the process of being built right now as we speak.
Right.
But I'm not sure exactly where though, but it could be West Africa too, you know. Right. With me, it's a journey, you know. It's not like I say Ghana, that's it, and then, you know, no more to me. My thing is on and on. I couldn't say everything, you know. And we're going by the spirit of how we move. But for years, the spirit put that in my spirit to say, that's where I need to be starting my label. That's where I need. Even before I heard, this is a decade or so ago. So this is before I hear Akon, as you mentioned, you know, talking of that. But if you look back or black, remember Marcus Messiah Garvey been talking about that stuff. You know what I mean? Going to Africa and building up Africa. So it's the same meditation. Rasta. I mean, this is nowadays. Yeah, people say Rasta for different reasons or whatever. I deal with the fullness.
Right, there's so many different ones now.
Yeah, because not everybody may be saying repatriation, but really, if you're dealing with fundamental Rastafari thinking, school of thought, that's part of it. That's not the only thing, but that's part of it, and it makes sense. For the same reasons why, you know, we talking about earlier about what we're facing over here. You're not going to face Ku Klux Klan cops over there.
I hope not. Man.
No, they're not over there.
I hope not.
They're not over there. Of course, you know, the government is, you know, they do what they want to do, but in terms of Ku Klux Klan cops, like the experience of living over here, you got to look out for Ku Klux Klan cops. We call them Ku Klux Klan cops because that's what they are, right?
Right.
However, they're not over there because the police is not them. It's two different things. The government over there look like me and you. The police over there look like me and you. Now, that doesn't mean that there's never going to be no problems whatsoever, but the major problems that we face over here, you're not going to face over there. It's always going to be something that you have to face regardless in life, you know what I mean? But over here, this big racial thing, especially in places like New York City, you have a choice. You can go to somewhere where that's not even existing. You know what I mean? They cry for us over here, seeing us going through that and say, why are you staying over here? Come over here. Not just Ghana, but other places in Africa too. You could go South Africa. You could go anywhere in Africa, but do your research still. Africa is very big. Based on my research, I plan to go all over the place regardless. But on my research, Ghana seems like the right place to come as a person thinking business, and also to get away from this kind of environment over here. It's a different pace, it's a different speed. I would tell anybody to go research Ghana, go type Ghana on YouTube, see what comes up, you know what I mean? Yeah, but Ghana is very, so in a nutshell, in the conclusion, they're very helpful, they're very welcoming, they want you over there. They want you, like they had the year of return. They was calling it the year of return for the past 2-3 years, every year. The year of return, the year of return, the year of return. They want people to come over. You know what I mean?
So when you're making this journey, when
Well, really, last year I was trying to make my last year actually a year, though, but due to everything with the COVID and all this other stuff, and you know, life situations and such, though. But I'm looking to make it this year, my last year here. I don't want no more New York winter.
all right, when this year? Because
I don't know exactly, you know, brother. But I'm saying I don't want no New York winter, so I'm trying to make it before winter. But I couldn't say definitely anything right now. You know what I mean? But that's within the meditation. You know, anything you're gonna set yourself on, you're gonna make it. In terms of timing, when people ask about the time of things that's yet to come, I don't like answering too specifically unless it's a business thing. Because we don't really know. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that I'm moving towards it, I'm not doubting that I'm gonna make it. You know what I mean? We're gonna make it to wherever we're going. In terms of exactly what time, I don't know. You know what I mean? If I do, I
some
could say
things you just want to keep speaking into existence.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
And
Keep
I'm working
speaking.
towards that too. I'm working towards that too. Once we can make that move, we're gonna make that move. You know what I mean? So I'm working towards it. And I just want it to happen, but I'll see what happens. It's not really that, you know. I'm working towards it. You know what I mean? But exactly when, because this is the thing. I don't know if I'll be able to be in a position where I could go to and fro between America and there. So whatever I need to get done in America while I'm in America, I gotta get done. You know?
You flying?
Yeah.
Just
Yeah, we're
because
flying.
I'm not a flyer. You know what I'm saying? I'm
yeah.
scared to death to fly. I'll wave to y'all from the airport on the
You
ground.
can take the boat then.
Yes.
That's going to be very much
The extra
longer.
time, I don't care if it takes
Couple
30
of
days.
months.
Yes, 60 days, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I have a better chance of surviving in case something happens in 2 seconds when the plane falls out the sky. That's it, you're down.
Well, you know, for our experience, I would rather boat myself. But just for the fact that we think in business, we got time, you know, with things, you know, it's other people I got to take care of same way.
Yeah.
You know, so, you know what I mean? It's different if it's just about me alone, you know what I mean? But it's other people, you know what I mean? Family and other people, business and all that,
They
you know
can
what I mean?
fly. I'll be on the boat. I'll meet you there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, Ghana, Africa, you know? That's
So
the
have you
meditation.
done your ancestry DNA?
No.
Because I don't know if I told you that I think one time you was here, I told you I was doing mine, but mine came back, I was 95% African descent. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear a lot of people talk about the ancestry thing and all that. This is the thing, my understanding, right, or my overstanding of things, right? We coming from, the oldest part of you is you. I simplify it like that. So to go to look for specific line and such, because also we know that it's not to say they're not lying, but how accurate really is it at the same time, you know what I mean? And really, do we need to know all those specifics? Because to get specific, we have to remember that certain records were not really kept on certain people, you know what I mean? So I don't know. And personally, I've never really been interested in that because as Rasta, if you ask Rasta, you know, where Rasta's coming from, a person, well, nowadays I have all kind of people thing and all kind of things, but I'm coming from a fundamental Rasta angle, meaning if it was 30 years ago, you asked a question to a Rasta, like even famous one, Bob Marley, of course, he will tell you, quote unquote, Rasta is from creation. You know what I mean? So it's the most ancient part of you you're identifying with, you know? So whatever else is in you, well, there's parts of me that's older than that, you know what I mean? And then our people originally is from original people anyhow, if you break it down. Whatever story you hear, there's all kind of stories, but all of them have the same element, the fact that they came from us. Everybody came from original people. In some way, some way.
It was just amazing
you know?
for me to find out the numbers. Like I was 28% Nigerian.
Yeah.
I think it was like 21% Ghana.
Yeah.
It was amazing for me to find out the numbers because I grew up with indigenous people. You know what I'm saying? My family is Native American, and none of that was in my DNA.
You know, I tell you the truth. Me, like, I say this. My nationality is nature. I'm going to tell you from the angle Imänefese Qaduse comes from. And this is not no new thinking. This is just what I carry all the time. It's just when it depends who I'm talking with and what, you know, what angle we're coming from. Because really, if we break down everything, it comes to nature. Because really, it gets complex. Like, Nothing is really black and white when you check history, you know. There's other things involved. So it's like to get into all them specifics.
That's too much.
Yeah, it's like, and then what do you trust source-wise and all these things? So it becomes all this stuff here. When I check it out, I see the sun, the moon, the stars, I see skyline, I see trees, I see animals. You know what I mean? I see you, I see me. And if you ask Rasta, fundamental Rasta, meaning foundation Rasta, Rastafari is about I and I. I and I doesn't stop at just I. The I is I. First, second, and third person, as well as people, places, and even things, depending on context of what you're using. Everything is I. It's about seeing the reflection of the Most High in all things, which is the truth. You know what I mean? It's the same spirituality that is the only spirituality, just the way we express it as saying I. So, and then it's nature. Nature doesn't stop at just the hills and the valleys. First of all, nature is energy materializing physically. You know what I mean? So when they say God is within and all these things, and the kingdom of heaven is within and all these things, and you hear this similar things said in Buddhism, so-called, or whatever else, there's a lot of stuff though, but when you simplify it, it comes down to the simple thing, nature. That's why I rather say nature, Rastafari. Like when people say Jah, Rastafari, I rather say nature, Rastafari. Because another thing too, netter was a word, or nature was a word. Not spelled the same way we spell nature, but that's where the nature word is coming from. I remember mentioning it before on previous episode. So that word nature is referring to the Most High same way, you know what I mean?
Right.
In a nutshell, it's to simplify, because that was one. We have many words for the Almighty, but before God, there was many words. Before God, before deity, we used to say things like nature. You know what I mean? That's how they would have said it back then or back then though, but that's where you get the English word nature. And you have to remember, a lot of people when they think nature, think physical. It's in his nature to be so. It's in her nature to be so. The nature of this, the nature of that. So nature doesn't just mean hills and valleys and mountains. A lot of times people say nature, we say we reverence the nature like you're just seeing the moon and you're just praising the moon, but it's a balance. It depends, because nothing wrong with praising the moon, nothing wrong with praising you, nothing wrong with praising anything that's worthy of praise. Acknowledging that is the same I, singular, that's in all that we're acknowledging. It's not just the clothes, the skin, the flesh, which is the clothes, you know?
Right.
So that's the spirituality, which is not a make-up spirit, that's the reality. You know what I mean? The energy, which is the spirit, you know what I mean? So, you know, just like you hear me sometimes break it down on the social media, NGR, and energy and all these things
glad
here,
you brought that up.
Which is easier if they see it than me saying it, of course, you know what I mean? Because it depends on what people know also previous, you know?
Give them your social media where they can see this stuff at, where they could go.
Yeah, definitely. As a visual, they need to see it for themselves when I'm talking about some of these things. So Instagram is Rasta Music Records. Previous was Rasta 1, because I said that on the last episode, but I changed that even before that episode.
I never even noticed.
Yeah, and but you know, as long as you're there, you're gonna see me same way on it though. But right now, officially for the past little while now, I'm moving forward. This is what it is: Rasta Music Records, the same name as of the label. Rasta spelled Karasta, then underscore line, then music MUSEC underscore line, and then records spelled the regular way with a S, RECORDS. Rasta Music Records. That's the Instagram, you know. So, and then also we're on all Facebook as well. My name, Imänefese Qaduse, but you have different accounts on that. So the one that's actually valid right now is the one that I'm always on. Is the one that says Imänefese Qaduse, and then in parentheses the name of the label, which is Rasta Music Records.
And that's how they find you on Facebook.
Yeah, on Facebook. Yeah, but make sure it says in parentheses Rasta Music Records, because you have another one that if you message in there trying to, I can't have no access to that other one. But that one only have my name, you know. And then you have another one that says Rasta Music Records, but without my name. So the only one that's valid right now is the one that says my name, as well as the label in parentheses next to it, you know.
And will they be able to check out the music there?
I share links over there, so definitely. But in terms of my music, right now at this point, I have 2 projects. You know, the Murder of Flames, the mixtape, which has the Crooked Cop, as well as Marijuana Song, Police Officer with Geese on it, and many other songs. The Murder of Flames, the mixtape, as well as, which was actually the second release. The first release was the Book of Ice Kush Kamet Israel album, produced by Falara Sound, as well as Luca Nu. Those 2 projects can be found in every streaming place there is, every digital store there is. So the Spotify, iTunes, name it, all of that stuff is there. It's in over 100 stores, popular as well as non-popular. Right. People in Africa, Simfy, you have a thing called Simfy, SIMFY, Africa. It's there too. You have Amazon Music, you have North America, as well as Amazon Music UK. So it's everywhere streaming music is at. The Book of Ice Kush Kamet is, but at the same time,
feedback. What's the feedback?
The feedback, hear the thing about it. That's why I'm saying moving forward, because these projects is years old. The Book of Ice is, that's what I was telling you last time.
But most people projects is
No, but hear what I'm saying. I've been promoting that. Right now I want to promote what we have coming up right now. Like, the next episode, I'm gonna have new things coming on. You know what I mean? So
yeah, Rockies better be here.
yeah, because
Rockies.
yes, sir. Because you have to understand, when me and you started going on the show, these projects already been out.
I know.
So you have to understand, I've been promoting up to recently. I just stopped promoting those projects recently because I've been promoting those projects. I've been promoting it. And right now it's all about new stuff. That's what I was telling you last time before. It's all about geese, meaning that moving forward right now, that's the project. I have a project working on as well though, but right now I'm taking more of the role of, remember the first time you ever met me, you think across the Music Records, the label. I'm the label executive basically. So I'm taking more of the role of label executive. I'm always an artist because the song I'm featured on is Raggies featuring me. Imänefese Qaduse. However, I'm more on the role of label executive right now because this is really for his project. You know what I mean? I'm really sure because remember all along, you know, even other people that I've been interviewed by, they want to know, so who else is on the label? Is just me alone they seeing all the while, you know what I mean? To so say, and then Geese has been featured
I ain't mad for
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But the thing is that we have talents. It's not like, if the reality was not the reality, that would be different. If it's just me alone, then that's it. I always have something about me to talk about, but I don't want to make it all about just me. Just like, I didn't want to keep on making it all about the cookie cop. Because when you find out about me, that's when you're finding out about me at that time. I don't put out the Book of Heights years previous, and then at that point, the Murder of Flames, the mixtape that has Cookie Cop was already about 2 years old already. When me and you first met, you have to understand.
Right.
And then that's 2019, we're in 2021.
Right.
So for me to keep talking about projects that's really from 2016, 2017, I've been doing it. And every episode I've been on the show, I promote it. No. But because you were saying, you know, no matter if it's old, I get it. What's old to some is new to many. I get it. But I've been doing that. Right now, we're just coming from doing video shoot for the past couple of days now for the new project. So it's really 2021. I'm not really promoting the Book of Heights or the Murder of Flames, the mixtape. Even in the sense of the Crooked Cop. I have other songs on the way. Even since that song that you say you like for the Black Panther Party. But like I say, it's so much things and I can't do everything one time. You know what I mean? And then everything costs money to do. And what makes sense at the moment, I gotta push. Just like I'm saying, we're gonna do the video for the theme song. But we love your show and we want to make it proper though, but I can't afford to do more than one video at one time. I've been having Geese on a standby. You know what I'm saying? And his project got to get going. We've been working on this project. That's what I'm saying.
I ain't mad.
So,
you know what I'm saying? I was just going to wait and wait.
Yeah.
Okay? I was very patient, but sometimes it pays off. Because if I would have rushed y'all, I wouldn't have got that right there. You know what I'm saying? Who knows what I would have got. So I ain't rushing you, my brother.
Yeah. But just so that we're working, you know what I mean? So really moving forward is about Raggies featuring Imänefese Qaduse, Move the Right Way. It's a movie, but it's also going to be a single. Movie meaning it's a music video, but it's going to come off like a movie. But it's also a single that we're going to push on CD as well as streaming world. You know what I mean? Meaning the Spotify and all the other stuff. You know what I mean? So that, and then we're going to see how it goes. Really, I'm looking to make it become something more. Like everything we're doing, we're trying to make it more than before, meaning reach more. Everything more, you know what I mean? Even the logo for the label is being upgraded right now as we speak. The Cross the Music Records logo. That's why I don't really have anything right now to put on no flash drive to give y'all, brethren, because we're in the process. You can call it remodeling or re-imaging, but it's no new thought. It's just the fact that when we're able to do things, which is all about the spending, we're independent, you know what I mean? So it's not like right now we're thinking, okay, let's do something new right now. No, it's not, okay, now we finally can get this done now.
Right.
Me, when I'm trying to do things, I got to line up things and say, okay, priority-wise, which I can't do everything one time. What can I do first? You know what I mean? So I try to get that done. But, you know, when you're doing music business or just business period, you never know where it's going to reach. So I talk about the other things I'm doing as well, because once I can do the Qaduse juices, for instance, at least one juice, I'm going to do that. You know what I mean? So I want to put it out there because all these things is not just ideas, it's things that we're going to actualize. But, you know, everything costs money, but you never know where something can reach, you know. So I'm looking for this new single to reach very far, even further than what we've done previously for different reasons, you know what I mean?
Right.
And it's going to, I'm telling you, because of what I'm looking to do in terms of marketing. We're soon gonna have merchandise, you know what I mean?
And we're gonna have done. Let me get a copy of the video. You know
yeah, definitely. You're gonna be the first person. One of the first persons
here. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah. And then also, you know, the next video we're doing is for you, for the theme song, because we don't want to hold that back neither. We don't want to delay that neither, you know? So that's
that's
right
a whole situation right there. You know what I'm saying? Because I just want to make that official. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna talk about that beyond the video and other stuff. But I wanted to ask you about the artists on Rasta Music. Are there any female artists on there?
The one that, she wasn't on camera, but she had met her last
She
time.
needs to come back here.
Yeah, but the thing about it, there's no recordings yet that we can promote for her.
Okay.
So that's the thing. That's why I'm saying it. And if I could do everybody one time and then bring them in, I can't. And it doesn't make, you want something to promote when you're on screen, She has a song though, but it's not ready. Nothing is really ready right now to say presentation, you know what I mean?
Right.
And then you have to remember, until we're making it, people have a lot of other things they're doing. So it's making time. We all make time though, but you know how it go. You're trying to survive. Until you have time to do certain things, you can't do certain things. But the meditation is towards this. Anytime we can fit in something, we're doing something. But once we can present something, then that's the next level of it. Right now, ready to go is always me, and also ready to go right now is Geese.
Right.
The other artists, them is not ready to go yet. You know what I mean? We have things I could feature, but it's not really nothing ready to feature already. You know what I mean? Presentation-wise. Right now it's Raw Geese. And then after that, you know what I mean? I present other artists. Plus, I have other things that I'm working on as well. But I can't talk so much right now on, you know what I mean?
All right.
And then, because it's still in the making, you know what I mean? Right now, the main thing is this video, because this video is for a song that we're going to sell on CD as well as, on the streaming world, like I say, And then also, we're going to have merchandise as well. I don't even want to let too much out of the bag, like they say, but we're doing things a little different, you know what I mean? The greatest thing is when I could come and actually have the things that I'm talking about, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? And we're going to have that very soon. And that's why I'm saying right now we're in the process of that. That's why I say pardon for Geese not being there neither, but everybody does working basically.
Yeah, I was looking forward to that brother being here.
Yeah.
All of that energy. Y'all two together, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. It was like a power pack. My foot was beep, 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 but you couldn't tell my foot was in pain, nothing.
See.
I almost caught the Holy Spirit up in here. Okay? But that performance, okay, that spoke volumes for Geese, you know what I'm saying? Because I had a different impression of that brother with the police officer. I got the roughneck, I got the, you know what I'm saying, the hardcore. And then that was more of, you know what I'm saying, the live and the energy and you know what I'm saying, more of what he is. I seen y'all had a lot of fun in here.
Yeah.
I want that more often. You know?
Yeah, definitely. And that's why we're saying, like for instance, this video is gonna be brighter, you know what I mean? It's about brightness, you know what I mean? Balance, you know.
We got the dark ages right now, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true. But like when I look and the whole vibe of the cookie cup, you know what I'm saying? I don't really want, because like I said, I have other songs. I have a drill hip hop that I'm working on, But it's not ready for presentation yet, you know what I mean? But we have a drill, drill, what they call drill, right? The youths, their music right now, they call drill.
Give us a sample.
Drill hip hop. Drill is, it started, I'll break it down quickly. Drill, what they call drill hip hop. Okay. People gonna tell you Chicago. Right? In America, Chicago is where you can say it started from. And when I say the youths, I'm talking about our children that's like 20, 19, teenagers into early 20s, basically.
Right.
The drill hip-hop is a certain sound. People in America will tell you say it started in Chicago, but then those who know further will tell you it's actually coming from the UK. No, you know about Pop Smoke.
Yeah.
That's drill.
All right.
That kind of way they be singing. You see Fabio Foreign, these youths. See, Pop Smoke.
That's the difference.
Bobby Shmurda.
Living out here. You know what I'm saying?
Roadie Rebel.
That's the difference. I don't really get to hear those artists out here. But my kids
ask them, they're gonna know about it.
They bring that stuff to my house, you know what I'm saying? They bring that stuff to my TV. They bring these artists to me, my nieces and nephews, my children. So that's how I find out about these artists. But as far as hearing their music and hearing the songs that they got, they don't play that here. They don't. You know what I'm saying?
But I mentioned that they say the new song I'm working on is a drill hip hop. But that's what drill is, You'd have to, to talk about that music, you have to listen to the music. We're just talking about the drill, you're not familiar with the drill, you have to go listen to the drill then, you know what I mean?
But if they're
really
familiar
get the
with
idea
Pop
of what we're
Smoke,
talking about.
Right, if they're familiar with Pop, is it
Pop
better
Smoke,
than mumbling?
The drill hip hop, someone could actually mumble on it if they want, though. You know what I mean?
But that's the worst thing they ever came up with.
The drill hip hop is really about the beat, because remember that how the beat flow is gonna bring how the artist flows on it at the same time. You know what I mean? So, for instance, for the Black Panther Party, which that rhythm, that beat is actually from Pop Smoke. Welcome to my party, and that beat is drill. You understand what I'm saying? So the beat. the production, the instrumental itself is really is the definition of the music or defines the music drill, you know what I mean? In terms of mumble rapper, that's vocals. So that's up to a rapper if they want to mumble on the beat. I haven't heard nobody mumbling yet on it. You understand what I'm saying? But sure, you can mumble on it if you want. But it's really referring more so to the beat because the beat bring out the vibes, you know what I mean?
All right.
Yeah, so like I say, if you go research people like, Bobby Shmurda, he in terms of New York drill, Bobby Shmurda and Roddy Rebel, respectively, are the ones that really are credited for really bringing that out. The New York drill, because, Chicago drill is before the New York drill.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And then, but it's really coming from the UK, from what I hear. That's where it started out from. But I'm just saying all of that to say that I have a drill song that's called, I don't even want to talk about the name of it yet though, but it's along the same lines of Cookie Cup. So me, I'm catering to everybody, but I can't do everything one time, as I say. So it's about the order of things. Right now, I hear about so much killing. Killing is always going on amongst our people though, but it's very much increasing extremely right now as I speak. Right. So to put out that energy, the songs like Cookie Cup, I have other songs previous and even since then, like the Black Panther Party and like the new one I'm talking about, the drill hip hop one. All these songs is basically saying, okay, that energy, we're going to not get rid of it, we're going to redirect it and focus it, understand it, understand it, redirect it and focus it on the system. Because we need warriors, right? Yet right now, I'm saying, okay, let's not even fight right now. Let's really look in ourselves and level ourselves. Because too much of that is not good. We need a chill out time, you know what I mean? So reggae, it's hard to get ample.
It brings that rowdy, let's go.
And we don't need that all the time. Right. You know what I mean? Right now, I'm not trying to really put that right now. I don't think it's really good right now to put out that kind of energy right now. Especially, you know what I mean? I don't want to keep in. I love all my music I do. Don't get me wrong. I love Cookie Cup. I love any song I do.
So you're not hypercritical of your own music?
No, because it's all coming from the same spirit. However, it's not just about Cookie Cup. You know what I mean? I don't want to get typecast like that's what I'm about. That's like 1% of my music. You know what I'm saying?
Right. You don't want Crooked Cop? Give me Crooked Cop.
No. I never said I don't want a Crooked Cop.
All right.
If you listen to Crooked Cop, well, it's coming from the spirit. The spirit is judgment same way, The spirit is fire, judgment same way, but it's not all about that. Realistically, let's speak about it now. What is all about one thing? It's all about a balance of different things.
Right.
So I couldn't just sit here and be singing. Everything is about the spirit of truth. So the issues going on that I'm singing about Crooked Cop, yes, but if you listen to the other songs I'm singing about, we need a lot of that stuff. You hear me talking about Heru, you hear me talking about a lot of different things. You know what I mean? It can't just be just about Crooked Cop. The only thing is that the reason with it, me and you, and with you is the fact that you were introduced to me that way.
Oh, yeah.
So it makes sense, and then therefore you introduced me to the TV show that way. Right. And I'm not mad at none of that. It's not about that, but just to say that it's more than Crooked Cop. And right now what I'm looking at, I'm not trying to put that kind of energy out right now.
Guess what? You got so much music. I don't even remember the last time I even listened to Crooked Cop. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because you have so much music, and which I did on this show.
Yeah.
Okay. There's no need for me to go back to listen to Crooked Cop.
But we do got some more stuff like that. I'm always, you see, everything that I sing about, I'm always gonna have songs about that because for years I've been having songs that's like that. I did a dub play for somebody called Bus Big Gun and Slave Master like probably 12 years ago or something like that. I always have songs like that.
12 years ago.
I always have songs like that.
2009. So 2009.
Something like that. I always have songs like that. You know what I mean? I deal with reality, so I always have songs. Reality is not just one aspect. There's all kind of things going on, But the most important thing people need to know is self-control, balance, and all those things. At the same time, I'm talking to different people in different states of mind because in reality, I be around different people of different states of mind. So when I'm talking to a hooligan or whatever word you want to call it, just to give the idea of what kind of people I sometimes dealing with, I love all my brothers and sisters. It's not about love. It's actually about love. So to talk in their language to get to them, they ain't a mood to fight and all these things. Okay, since that's what you want and you ain't nothing else, okay, shoot Cookie Cop then. Or shoot Slave Master, that kind of energy. Right. But right now, I'm not singing that. And really, if you look at the mixtape, it's 9 songs,
Right.
That's only one song out of the 9 songs. And this mixtape is like 4 or 5 years old now. And we have plenty of other material. And like I said, that's why I'm saying, like, moving forward, we have something for everything. We're dealing with reality, you know what I mean? And there's a label I push it, so it can't just be about me. But at the same time, like I said, every artist I have is vast, is great, you know what I mean? That's why I was like, you love me, you're going to love Geese same way, but you didn't get much of Geese yet until now, you're getting more. Right. So I'm saying, I represent in the label Rasta Music Records. So I'm putting my name with this thing. I'm putting myself with this thing. That means anybody I'm presenting do know they're not just some one-dimensional artists. You know what I'm saying? These is people that you could say is like me in the manner that we have things to say, but not like me in the sense that we all are individual artists. None of us sound alike. In terms of musical style, fashion, whatever you want to call it, everybody's unique. However, in terms of message music, in terms of people that sit down and look at reality from a spiritual standpoint, from Rastafari standpoint, looking at things universal and all that stuff, we're in the city, we're talking from experience of what we've gone through, at the same time, lessons, spirituality, and all that stuff. All my artists is like that. You know what I mean? I'm not in this for no other reason but spiritual purpose. So it only could be that, like I said, Rasta Music Records, music for the spirituality, electricity of the masses. So yeah, I like to get there. You see, Crooked Cup did what I wanted to do, which was to get some attention on a certain level, because you have to slow down, you know, but sometimes we have to go fast for people so we can catch them, you know? Hype up and fast. So, all right, I got your attention. All right, now we're going easy now. This is what we really want you to get into. You know what I mean? The lessons, because this to be, that's not helping. But you know what I mean? It helps to a degree, but we need self-control, we need self-knowledge, we need the peace within. Because you see, once I want to say this last thing, once you master the peace within, then you're ready for the battlefield. Because truthfully, even if you study martial arts, we used to call it Mantu in terms of so-called Africa, but that's another story. But the whole idea is that you see the person that's less peaceful within, he's going to lose the fight. You know, if you listen to if you watch a lot of martial arts and such like that, even Bruce Lee talk about these kind of things, you know. The person that's more centered, that's the person that's going to win the fight. When you're going around in an angry spirit all the time, even me personally like to talk about things that incites that too much, because we already get and understand, okay, where we're going to go now. You know what I mean? We do touch the fire, of course, but it's not all the time, you know what I mean? Because at the same time, there's a lot of things we need to understand about ourselves, because then we even help in the problem same way, because it's not just crooked cops shooting off black people, it's black people shooting off black people. You know what I mean? That's why I'm like...
Crooked cops,
you know?
Crooked all the way around.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
It's not just partially crooked or halfway bad. Yeah. Crooked means they're bad. It's not specifically saying crooked against black people. Crooked means crooked, period. You know what I'm saying?
What you're saying is true, but what I'm saying is that I'm talking for black people. It's not just crooked cops that's killing black people. It's black people also killing black people.
Nowadays,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. No.
So, and actually that's been going on for a very long time. It's just that when they reach the news and all this stuff. So my point is this. We need to balance everything. It can't just be one thing all the time, you know what I mean? It can, and really, if I'm going to be known for something more, so I don't want it to be just Crooked Cop. Crooked Cop, and Crooked Cop is kind of like, you know, a symbol for all my songs that's in that kind of idea of stuff, you know what I mean? Not just the song specifically, but those kind of stuff that we're going to have more of. It's not all about that, though, you know what I mean? It cannot be all about that, because that's not really what we're about. You know what I mean?
Prefer to make music separate.
I prefer what I'm doing right now.
Separate from that.
Well, it's not prefer, you know. I prefer doing all that I'm doing. It's a time and place for things, you know? That's what I'm saying, because it's not like I'm saying, okay, I prefer not to sing about things. No, it's not that. But right now, what's called for right now is not that right now. That's what I'm saying, because I already, you know what I mean? Everything is important. It's just what we need right now. You know what I mean?
Crooked Cop was a movie. You know what I'm saying?
No. It's not past. Crooked Cop is always present. First of all songs are timeless as long as it's relatable to reality. But we have a bunch of stuff. Why would I keep on singing just about crooked cops? You know what I'm saying? Or just about shooting up the system. Why would I just be singing about that alone? When in reality, that's not my meditation. It's not running from one extreme to the next extreme. That's always within the meditation. But there's other things within the meditation that's even more important to level out that thing. Because again, all right, Haile Selassie, Kadamawa Haile Selassie, he had to fight battle and war and all those things. And when he's ready, he destroying the enemy. But it's not all about that. Even before that, it's not all about that.
All right.
You know what I mean? But that has to be part of it, because we're in a world that's war already. We're already in a world, we're born into the world, there's war and all kind of things going on all levels. So you have to be a warrior at all times, but doesn't mean it's just about that, because you need the other parts that we're talking about, the spirituality, because when it comes to fighting, it's not to just go blind and just fight over anger. It's not about that. If you ever notice Jackie Chan, for instance, you know Jackie Chan? Mm-hmm. Oh, so sorry. Every time he do something in the movie, which in reality he's like, oh, so sorry, he does a movie. My point is this, you know. We don't want to fight really, because that's not our nature. But if we have to, we will do. But that's the last thing we want to do. But we got to be ready for that.
Right.
So that's always part of it. Me personally, as a personal person, I'm always in training mode for everything. I practice karate, just to keep it simple, you know, using terms that people can understand right off the bat. I practice those kind of things all the time. You know what I mean? From the longest time now. I'm ready for whatever. But it's not just about that. The war is mostly mental. So how are you going to know mental if you don't know spiritual reality more so? Because reality least is physical. You know what I mean? Least is physical. You can win a war that could be physical without even so much physical, but you got to be ready for the physical still. You know what I mean? So you always got to be ready for the physical. Even me personally, I don't remember the last time I was not ready for the physical at all times. But, you know what I mean? It's not just about that. And really, because we remember the other side, which is actually the predominant side, you know what I mean? It levels up this side. We're always ready, what I'm saying. We're on the battlefield 24/7. We're always ready for the war.
Right.
But it's not just about that. You know what I mean? Because the energy field, you have to understand something, man. Like how you calm a beast, you know what I'm saying? Energy, I yarn, you yarn. Your so-called enemy, you're sharing the same space with, you know? So to study the spiritual field more, be ready for the things that they say.
Right.
But it's not just about that, because that's a blindness going on if it's just about that. Yeah, let's get hamp up and no. At the same time, to attract the youth that's already there, I put that energy out because I know it's gonna grab them right away. No, they want to see more of what I'm saying. Here I'm gonna say, let's level yourself, sit down, put on the guns. Let's not even pick up a book. Let's just look at the trees right now. You understand what I'm saying? Let's look at the sky right now, the sun right now, and those kind of things. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But we're always in a battlefield mentality. If you know anything about Boba Shanti, they definitely have that. Even people like Sizzler, they always have that kind of thing going on, seeing me. You know what I mean? So I just finding things quick to say that people can relate to automatically. Trying to find examples to say what I'm saying, you know what I mean?
I think you broke down the Boba Shanti here already.
But it's to connect up the whole thing to say that it's not just about battlefield warrior. Just like if you look in the Bible, you have the book, it talks about war same way and those things. I say in Bible because that's what a lot of people can relate to right away, you know? We're saying it's about everything. I'm not leaving cookie cup or those kind of vibes in the sense of entirely, you know what I mean? It's a time and place for things, you know what I mean? I don't eat breakfast when it's dinner, I eat dinner when it's dinner. Breakfast, I eat breakfast. Lunch, I eat lunch. But it's going to come around in a circle still. You know what I mean? Every point in the clock, is a circle, you know what I mean? So it's a time for everything, you know what I mean? But it's going to come around again. So it's not like, all right, we're done with the cookie cup, that's the past. No, it's going to come around again because it's still happening. As long as those kind of things is happening, we're going to sing about it with that kind of fire. But it's not just about that, because a lot of other things we need to know. Because the problem with our people more than anything is a lack of knowledge of self. And then they have all this energy in them, especially the youth, with no direction. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? But some used to want to hear anything. They just want to hear things that's talking about killing. So I'm like, all right, I'll give you something. It's a mind thing.
Right.
It's a psychological thing, you know what I mean? It's like you put the medicine in the food, but I really want you to get more into the medicine, you know what I mean? I could give you veggie chicken and veggie ham, but I really want to give you the straight ital food, not something that looks like something that's junk, you know what I mean?
Right.
I can make music that sounds derogatory, but is really not derogatory, which is the whole entire mixtape. But that's not really predominantly me, because that's not healthy to be. I don't even listen to that kind of stuff too much. You understand? It's because we're looking at where these youths are at, and I'm very much concerned about the youths, and I understand it. You know what I mean? I understand the anger. A lot of them don't even understand why they're angry, you know. You see, when they join gang, it's a family thing, you know. They're looking for family. They're looking for something to be together with, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Bloods call one another bro, you know what I mean? And then Crips call one another cuz. And there's a connection with all of that, too. With the Black Panthers and all that stuff, you know what I mean? It's not just about Bloods and Crips. They have other things, too, but just forget to the point with things that people can probably recognize what I'm saying, you know what I mean? That it's deeper than what you see with the youths, them, you know what I mean? So I don't want to keep feeding them that kind of stuff, but I know they will take on to that quick. So I'm like, you take on to that quick, but now, then they're going to be more willing to hear something else from me now. But I'm still going to feed them that kind of stuff, because really, you know what I mean? You listen to the music, you see where we're going with it, you know?
That's what I want to know. Like, what kind of programs do Rasta Music have for the youth out there?
The only program is music right now. You know?
Right.
That's the only program is music, because really music is the whole thing. I don't know what else to say regarding that, because people listen to music, used to listen to music. We was used saying we listen to music. Music, Rasta Music Records. Music is the ministry.
And my next question that I wanted to make sure I get to is, I heard about a book. Did you mention a book earlier?
Yeah, that's my father. You know,
no, that's
Copeland
your father's
Forbes,
book, right?
Yeah.
I looked him up. Your father's pretty well known. I've seen him in pictures with everybody. If I'm not mistaken, I've seen him in a picture with Bob Marley, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he had work with him too, you know. But it's just to say that, honor thy fathers and thy mothers, and the fact that my father, biological father, is in the same business that I'm going into, you know what I mean? So
So you're planning to write books?
no. It's just to big up what he's doing.
Right.
That's all I do. And I'm a person, I big up other people's things, regardless of who they are, So of course, if a family member's doing something, I'm gonna big them up same way. But there's no connection really more or anything more
No,
than
I
that.
asked you
really.
that because the knowledge that you bring here and the wisdom,
Yeah, but
and
music.
you know what I'm saying? That right there, would there ever be a time that you just
Put it in a book?
right?
No, because this is why, this bring me into something else to say about music. Music is very much not understood and undervalued.
Right.
You know what I mean? Music. Music is more than the book. Music is the book plus. You know what I mean? And this has always been my meditation. This is why my first album, Across the Music Records, the first project for the label itself, predominantly reggae album called Book of Heights, called The Book. Book of Heights. You know what I mean? Because music is the book. I remember growing up listening to music, and music is teaching you. You know what I mean? To sit down and read a book is a different thing than just hearing music. Not to say we're against book. I could never be against a book. But I'll tell you something about me. I'm somebody that always goes a different way than what's always common. I'm not saying I will never write a book, but that's not within my meditation. The books is the albums. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's the music. Music goes deeper than the book because the book is words. And it's not to take anything away from book. We big up books same way, but the music, youths them listen to music more than even, you know what I mean? Read
Especially
a book, you know what I mean?
nowadays, right? They don't.
And really, somebody wrote the book. I mean, I don't say a book is better than music. It's just not everybody can sing music or feels like they do music. You know what I mean? And there's plenty of artists that go ahead and do write books too, but I personally don't feel that. Just like being a producer, artists that become producer, you have artists that write books, you have artists that become producers as well already. I've thought of these things, but basically in a nutshell, what you see is what you get. I'm an artist and a label executive. It's all about the music, you know what I mean, in terms of the knowledge. Besides that, then you have the food stuff, like I said, and drink stuff. But in terms of books and all these other things, even somebody tell me I should have my own show as well. I mean, if you get down to it, there's a lot of things I can do, but what are you called to do? And what are you going to focus on doing, you know what I mean?
Right.
Because
And
people
you
tell me all
can't
kind of things.
stretch yourself out too many ways, you know what
No.
I'm saying?
Like even someone told me I should be a teacher, like, actual teacher,
Yes.
but the music is that. This is what I'm saying, music is very undervalued because you're going to tell me you never, the problem is that people are not so used to hearing teachings in the music or lessons in the music, for lack of a better words. But we grew up listening to music and it's teaching you things, it's showing you things, it's reminding you of things, you know what I'm saying? So it's book.
Educate.
You're getting everything in it. You're getting quote unquote religion, spirituality, education, whatever is being said in the music. I remember saying music also is sound. It's different than book is good because imagination and all this stuff here, but the music is all kind of things going on to bring out what you're saying.
But you visualize with music too, you can visualize.
Yeah, you visualize with the music, and in our music is always message. I don't know how to create a song without message. I don't even sit down and say, okay, let me put a message in this. I don't understand how to live without message. Right. That's like living without purpose. Like, I don't get it, personally, for me. I understand what people do that because they're not focused how they're supposed to be focused. But in my life, everything is focused. It's all about Rastafari. It's all about the truth. It's all about life. It's all about reality. You know what I mean?
Right.
Spirituality. If you research, you're going to find common roots. That's why we say Rastafari. Is that just a personal preference? It's going to come right down to that. You know what I mean? But the music, you see, when you sit down and listen to music, take time out and listen to music. It goes deeper than even an interview or a book. Music itself, because even me sitting here talking, I love doing an interview, but I'd rather people go listen to the music. You know what I mean? I love to stand in front of people and talk, but I love for them to just go listen to the music, because music does more, you know what I mean? Music does more. Sometimes you just want to break down some things for people because probably they're not, you see, people too rushy. If you really sit down and take time to just listen to music, a lot of junk food music is out there, there's no levels to it, but music has levels in it. Sit down and listen to the music.
They need good
you
music.
get so much out of it, you know what I mean? More than an interview or book could do. You know?
Right, they need more music. They need more
but
good
spiritual
music.
Spiritual music.
Right.
Spiritual, because a lot of the music is just junk food music, maybe a little bit of spirituality in it or whatever, you know what I mean? All I know is this, Imänefese, Qaduse, Rasta Music Records, music for the spirituality, electricity of the masses. Every artist, anything we're dealing with, that's it, It doesn't matter if it's Raggies, Black Apache, follow us. We don't know how to be anything different, you know what I mean? We're going to have the street element, but it's not just about that. You know what I mean? But we're always going to have that. As long as we here in this society, we're always going to have that. And we have to address that and relate with it. Can't hide from it. But it's more than just that. We need the knowledge, you know?
We getting it.
Yeah.
When's the next performance?
The next performance? Well, there's no, in terms of stage performances, shows, I mean, nothing right now, you know?
Yeah, that's what we want. We want to come live. We want to come in person.
Yeah. Once I have the information for that, you know, there's some things I could talk about, but there's no definite. I don't want to keep saying things and it's depending on COVID-19, this and that and third.
Don't know what to
expect. Exactly, you know what I mean? That's the time it is now. But the one thing for sure is that we put in our music. Performing live and all that stuff, I cannot talk about that right now. There's things that we can't talk about, but it's all up in the air because it's all depending on regulation, this and the third. The most important thing is for people to get music. Because music, you can play it over and over again whenever you have a chance to and all this stuff like that. You know what I mean? So once we have music out there, they're going to get it. Like I say, we have this new song now we're working on, the video for, and we're going to put it as a single. That's Raggies featuring Imänefese Qaduse, Move the Right Way. And they're going to see what's going on, you know what I mean? I'd rather really let the music really, because truthfully, if I could have had already, I would have a bunch of stuff already more out already. Because like we said now, we in 2021 now, right? It was the summer of 2 years ago, 2019, when me and you first...
It don't even seem like it. It seemed like that was yesterday. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. So we give thanks for Cookie Cup, and our music is good music. I don't look at music like, okay, it's time, unless there's really no relation to reality with it. So of course it's always going to be there. But it's way more than a Cookie Cup, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I see that Cookie Cup.
And another thing too, you'd have to think about it for me, you know, pushing a label. If all I'm going to be typecast as is Cookie Cup, you already have a problem with Facebook all the damn time. You know what I mean? I don't need these people to study me like that's all I'm about. Even I'm always going to have songs like that, so they're already studying me.
Or the FBI, or somebody thinking that, you know, you one of those
That's what I'm talking about. I don't want to call these people names, but all of these people. But it's regardless, I don't even care in a sense. But it's to show you that it's not just about that. It's always going to be that.
Right.
As long as they bring in reason for us to sing about these things, and we're going to sing that. I'm not shying away from nothing. But it's not just about that. We need knowledge in our head. You know what I mean? We need knowledge of self. We need knowledge of life. You know what I mean?
Right.
We need calmness within. You see, when you're the calm warrior, but you're not afraid of nothing, you're the most dangerous on the battlefield, but you're not afraid of nothing. That's Kadama Haile Selassie. Study Kadama Haile Selassie. You're going to see the example of what I'm talking about. The biggest warrior, the greatest warrior is not the one that's it's not all about that, you know?
Yeah,
you see the one that's the most calm.
Right.
You say cool and deadly, you know? Yeah, cool and deadly. So we want to use them get more like that easy. We not always be, you know what I mean? Even gangsters back in the day had more principles and morality. We don't do certain things. You know what I'm saying? We don't do, it's not the heartless thing. It's not to say we're promoting killing, but if you're going to, you know, certain thing you don't do.
I hear some new music playing. You got any last shout outs?
No.
Last thing to say
Rasta music
until we bring you back. Yes.
That's it.
Yes, my brother. Okay.
And Jah Dreddz.
Yes. You don't know.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying? Can you start that from the top, please?
Live that SINY.
Yes. The theme, we gotta hear this theme song.
Yeah, bring it up. Rasta Music Records, Raggies, Imänefese Qaduse, Jah Dreddz coming through with some good interviews. Live that SINY. Live that Staten Island, New York, yes I represent for my bridge and Jah Dreddz on the television show. Oh yeah, you don't know I won't. Live that SINY. Live that Staten Island, New York, yes I represent for my bridge and Jah Dreddz on the television show. Oh yeah, you don't know I won't. There we're bringing it straight to you. Still under the sun, nothing new. Just the ancients reveal to you. Yeah. Prophecy speaks to you. Live that SINY. Live that Staten Island, New York. Yes, I represent for my bridge and Jah Dreddz on the television show. Oh yeah, you don't know I won't. Live that SINY. Live that Staten Island, New York. Yes, I represent for my bridge and Jah Dreddz on the television show. Oh yeah, you don't know.
It was Richmond Island, 1661. Still mystical, still holding strong. Consolidated 1898. Just think the other boroughs, let's celebrate. We had the the ferry built 1817. You needed up the Hudson, don't worry, we'll get it in. Yeah, trading never dead, that mean it's still alive. We had a name change, 1975. So much history, it goes on and on. You gotta link Jah Dreddz just to know